Black Friday is over and Cyber Week is ending as well. Now what we're gonna do is go ahead and spend the $5 Lowe's bucks that I got in my free bucket that I got from Lowe's on Black Friday. And we're gonna go ahead and spend that 20% off coupon that they gave us as well. Come shop with me, let's go do this. You can see that the gift center has changed a little bit since Black Friday. Now let's go ahead and see if we can make a decision on what I'm gonna get. Now right here, we've got a $9.98 deal, your choice of the Kobalt Tanto blade or the Kobalt mini aluminum slide knife 3-pack or the Kobalt speed release knife with storage. Each was more than $9.98. Then there's this deal right here for $29.98, was $39.98 for the Kobalt 69-piece screwdriver set with rack. That'd be pretty cool if you work on PCs and things like that. Now here, your choice for $16.98. You could get the Kobalt 6-piece mini plier set or the Kobalt 3-piece adjustable wrench set or the Kobalt 3-piece locking plier set or even the Kobalt 3-piece groove joint plier set. Now $20.98, you could get the 2-pack of Kobalt anti-fog safety glasses right there. And then look, for $6.98, Kobalt continues to do this cool thing with different colors, which I think is attractive for different people in the trades. $6.98 for the Kobalt mini lockback knife in blue, pink, or green. Or for $6.98, you could get the Kobalt 12-foot tape measure in blue, pink, or green. Pretty cool. Your choice for $12.98. You could get the Kobalt 2-pack heavy-duty scissors set or the Kobalt 27-piece ratcheting screwdriver set. Now, for your choice of $8.98 each, you could pick the Kobalt heavy-duty shears or the Kobalt compact speed release knife. This deal doesn't seem to have changed. This is the Kobalt 158-piece DIY tool set for $49.98, was $59.98. Now check this out, for $39.98, you could get the Kobalt 200-foot red laser distance measuring tool or the Kobalt 100-foot green cross line laser. Currently on sale for $59.98, was $79.98. Now, if you have an air compressor at home and you want to get some accessories for it, for $24.48, you could get the Kobalt 18-piece compressor accessory kit. Now, if you want to add on to that compressor kit and you want to have like a full tire station, you could augment it with the Kobalt AAA digital tire gauge for $12.98. $12.98 could also get you the Kobalt inflator gun with analog gauge for your compressor or the Kobalt dual foot inflator with gauge for $17.98. Now look at here. Here we have the 2-drawer little mini toolboxes. You got the Kobalt mini toolbox in green, white, and blue. And what other color here hiding behind? Black. Your choice, $21.98. That's pretty cool. Now, one of the things that I really was interested in last time I was here was the Kobalt 1000 lumen LED work light for $27.98. I wonder how that works up against the ones offered by Harbor Freight. Then for $11.28, you have the Kobalt 200 lumen LED work light. That little work light is small, and then the other one's pretty big. You could see next to my hand how big that one is compared to this one. Now, a limited time deal, your choice of $10.98. You could get the Kobalt 7-piece stubby wrench set in SAE, or you could get it in metric. Your choice, $15.98, could garner you either the 9-piece multicolor hex kit in SAE, or you could get the metric one, or for $15.98 again, you could get the limited time deal of the 23-piece ball hex end keys right there. Now this is pretty cool. A mini hammer, 8-ounce stubby hammer in pink, blue, or green. Your choice for $6.98. Was $6.98, so it didn't even go on sale. That's just been the price. Now here, again, following the theme of blue, pink, and green, you could choose for $6.98, your choice, the Kobalt 6-inch long nose pliers in whatever color you'd like, or the Kobalt 6-inch diagonal pliers in whatever color you like, or the Kobalt 6-in-1 screwdriver in whichever color you like, blue, pink, or green. Here we have the scissors, the 2-pack for $6.98, your choice in pink, blue, or green. Now, Kobalt also has a deal right here, a limited time deal, they say, for a 2-piece performance screwdriver set for $7.98 was $10.98. You could also get for $9.98 the Kobalt 6-piece folding nut driver in SAE, or for the same price in metric. Here we have the plier set again for the same price of $6.98. Oh, here we have one of those limited time deals of $14.98 for the Kobalt 3-pack lockback utility knife set, or the Kobalt 3-pack lockback utility knife set in pink. So they sell them in pink, blue. I noticed that it has one of those covers on top where many people are lifting these and then seeing that the price never changed. It's still $14.98. Sometimes what you have to pay attention is that some of these prices do drop right around the Black Friday season, starting right around October, mid-October, and stay that way all the way into the end of Cyber Week, even all the way up to the end of Christmas time. Then the prices may go up in January, February, even March. But you can't just say that the prices are always that price. They're not always that price. They do fluctuate. You'll notice that it says was $19.98. I'll bet you in the middle of the year it is $19.98. So the prices do change. Here we have some Kobalt flashlights, $29.98 for the 1500 lumen, or the 850 lumen to 1000 lumen headlamp for $25.98. And you can see them right there. They're pretty substantial size on that headlight right there, but it doesn't feel heavy. This looks like a pretty big flashlight. Look at that guy. It does come with a USB-C right there. Very nice. Now, I don't know how many of you have ever used the Kobalt 20-piece ratcheting wrench set for $59.98. That's the sale price that we always see towards Black Friday. It's regularly $89.98. That is a very good tool set. I don't know who makes it for Kobalt, but man, I like the ratcheting wrenches. $32.98 for the Kobalt 24-piece combo wrench set right there was $56.98, and they got quite a few of them there. You can see they're going right up against Harbor Freight on this deal. $199 was $269 for the Kobalt 30-inch 4-drawer tool cart in black. But right next to that, look, save $60 on this 238-piece mechanics tool set with foam trays to go with it. That seems pretty cool, but I don't see an actual price on it. We'll see if, as we keep shopping, if we find something. But look at this screwdriver set. That's pretty cool too. Whoa, it's got an alarm on it too. Leave it in the comments for me, guys. How many of you use Dremel products? I use Dremel products when I work on PCs and stuff. It's the easy tool to get to. Here they have it on sale, $9.98 for a limited time for the Dremel carving engraving accessory kit. For $24.98 was $34.98, the Dremel 36-inch flex shaft attachment. Or for $39.98 was $54.98, the Dremel Stylo versatile craft tool. Next to that, for $49.98, limited time deal, you have the Dremel Light 4-volt lithium-ion rotary tool. That is pretty cool. They have quite a few right here on sale. Now, many of you have left me comments that you're not happy with Craftsman since the Sears days, and you're not interested in many Craftsman products these days. And I have to tell you that you shouldn't judge so harshly or so quickly. Some of their tools are pretty decent. Now check out this Craftsman 61-piece Lowe's Pro Mechanics tool set for $39.98 was $59.98. That's a pretty darn good price for what it is. It's a 72-tooth low-profile ratchet, which would come in really handy. I say this often, that you should keep a tool set like this in your car, and many people give me crap. If you're looking for a small tool set to keep in your car, look how small this one is. This is a really small one, and it gives you quite a bit of sockets so that you could do some quick repairs on the road, or when you visit somebody that needs help, you could jump out with your tool case and be the hero. Here you have two Craftsman 25-foot measuring tapes, but they don't have any price. Your choice for $16.98. You could get the Craftsman 20-piece universal hex key set, or the Craftsman 2-piece steel adjustable wrench. Now for $9.98, you have your choice of the Craftsman 7-inch diagonal cutting pliers, or the Craftsman 8-inch long nose pliers, or the 10-inch groove joint pliers right there from Craftsman. Your choice, $9.98. That's a pretty good deal. I think they like that number, $16.98 there for the Craftsman 2-piece folding utility knives. Was $21.98. You get 2 of them, and they're right there. Now, these are probably made by the same company that makes all of them. So remember that Craftsman, like every other tool company, is most likely white labeling some of this stuff. And you'll probably find a pretty good price for some of their white labeled products. One of my very favorite brands is Klein. It's one of the first tool sets that I started out with when I was a technician. The Klein KNECT starter set for $39.98 looks amazing. I saw this tested at a trade show. It did amazing. The Klein Impact Quad Socket SAE for $29.98 is also very interesting. Then the Klein 15-piece 3/8-inch impact socket wrench set for $59.98. That is also pretty cool. And look, they have the Klein SAE socket set right there. Now, where is the bigger socket sets? I think this is what I'm gonna buy. Now we continue with Klein Tools. Remember that when you buy Klein Tools, you're buying mostly made in the USA, and you're supporting people and factories here in the United States, which is great. And you know that the quality is gonna be there. $22.98 for the steel straight claw hammer 20-ounce from Klein. $15.98 for the 10-inch nail puller with integrated dimpler. And they have pretty much sold out. $39.98 for the test kit with multimeter non-contact volt tester and receptacle tester. That is, or was, $44.98. Next to that, for a limited time deal, $17.98 gets you the 27-in-1 multi-bit precision screwdriver with tamper-proof bits. That is a very important screwdriver. If you're gonna start out with Klein Tools, start here. $21.98 was $24.98 for the GFCI receptacle tester with LCD. Next to that, for $34.98, a $44.96 value is what they claim for the dual range NCVT and GFCI receptacle tester electrical test kit. Now, I got a question for you guys. Put it in the comments. What is that LCD for? Does it actually really help in testing? My test unit only has the buttons and the lights, and it tells me everything that I need to know. Is that LCD giving you more information? I'd like to know how you use it. They got quite a few of them here, and for that price, it's very interesting to me. For a limited time, $54.98 was $59.98. You save $5. You could get the red mini crossline self-leveling laser. This is a 35-foot laser. Next to that, for $69.98 for a limited time deal, was $79.98. You get to save $10. You get the green mini crossline self-leveling laser level. This is 50-foot. So if you need a longer range, you go with the more expensive one. And green, I think, is easier to see than red in most places. Last year's bucket, I got a Kobalt battery, and I am so tempted to get the 1/2-inch compact impact wrench for $99. This can do up to 275 foot-pounds of torque. Very interesting to me. It's gonna be a hard decision of what I'm gonna buy with my coupons today. $49.98 for that tool set that we saw earlier. And then right here, $59.98 for the 100-foot rechargeable cross laser level that we saw earlier from Kobalt. They've got some cool Kobalt stuff here, $6.98 for the snips there. And here you have the cool 25-foot tape measure with LED. It says, try me. What is this? It's got an LED, that's cool. I wonder how that works. Let's go ahead and try it. Oh, there's a button. Oh, very cool. I don't know, does that help anybody? Put it in the comments. Let me know if that actually helps you guys. It's still on sale, guys, for $154, was $194. This is the adjustable multifunction ladder right there. Pretty cool. $99 could get you the Dewalt 20 volt max drill or the 20 volt max impact 1/4 inch. That's nice. And check it out. For free, you could get some of these tools here. That's what it says, but it's in Spanish, guys. Can you read Spanish? Let me know what that says. I can read it. It says, obtiene dos gratis. herramienta Dewalt. Selectas de 20 volt max. Here for a limited time again is the Craftsman Mechanics tool set that I showed you guys earlier. It's regularly $219, right now on sale for $99. This has 242 piece and it's SAE and metric, and it's also VersaStack capable, which is pretty important. That actually ups the value. I know that many of you have said that the larger count of this is based on bits, but you're not also counting in that this is VersaStack. It would be like if it had the Milwaukee Packout connectivity. Now also, it comes with hex bits and other bits that go on your sockets that are very important in most car repair. So this is a pretty good set to start out with for you DIYers. If you're more of a pro, maybe you'd like to go to gear wrench and above. Here we are again, guys, $99 for the 302-piece mechanics tool set. You get to save $50. This is supposedly a $782 value according to Kobalt and Lowe's, but many of you again complained that most of the stuff in these toolkits is bits. Now guys, look at how many sockets are in there. You get all 3 ratchets. They are 90 tooth ratchets. Look, it says 90 right there. And you get very important socket bit sets that actually have what you need, like the hex, Torx. That is very important. I think this was the biggest winner of all the mechanics tool sets. This comes with a lifetime warranty, no hassle lifetime warranty from Lowe's. I think this is the main one to get if you've been waiting out. And they got quite a few of them here. You can see that the traffic is starting to slow down as the holiday kind of slows down. Look at this, guys. It's a robot here at Lowe's. Isn't that cool? He says he's going home. Hi, robot. Whoa, that is so cool. We are literally living in the future, guys. We're gonna have R2D2 running around here soon. All right, guys, check this out. On sale right now for $16.98. Save $4, was $20.98. You have the folding utility knife with driver from Klein Tools. Very similar to the Milwaukee one. For $3.98, you have the Scribes fine tip permanent markers in black, 4-pack. We tested those at one of the trade shows. They are amazing. $19.98 for the 11-in-1 impact rated multi-bit driver. Save $3, was $22.98, and they got quite a few of them there. More Klein Tools right here, $22.98 for the KNECT 16-in-1 impact rated hybrid screwdriver and nut driver. And for $7.98, you could get the 3-in-1 impact rated flip socket set. $16.98 for the Klein 25-foot compact tape measure. And next to that, for a limited time deal, you have the 5-inch diagonal cutting pliers flush cutter lightweight for $9.98. Next to that, from Klein, both of these tools are from Klein, by the way. Limited time deal, $12.98 for the 10-inch curved jaw locking pliers. There's none left. Here's an amazing secret that you may not hear anywhere else. 50% off right now on any of the Skil products. Are they eliminating Skil from Lowe's? I don't know, but dang, that's cheap. And I actually have a Skil battery, which this gets me very interested on. Should I spend my coupon on Skil stuff instead? Now I am completely divided on what I should do. This flex saw has a yellow tag, so I'm gonna show it to you guys, but holy crap, does it have a very high price. $351.17 on sale right now, was $439 for the 24-volt brushless 7 1/4 circular saw kit right there. Comes with the battery, the saw, and I think it comes with a pouch most likely, and the charger, with a 5-year warranty from Flex. Amazing stats, but high price. Now, many of you that watch my videos will know that I use quite a bit of Milwaukee's M12 lineup for all of my car repairs, and I use my Makita 18 volt for any big repairs. I'm looking at this Kobalt, and for $99 for this compact 1/2-inch impact wrench, tool only, this thing is small. It's as big as my my hand right here. Look at this. This is small. This has really got me wondering, should I start buying more Kobalt now that I have the battery? And holy crap, that's nice. $99. I'm going to be thinking about that for a while. And this is the other thing that has been capturing my attention. It is the Klein KNECT system, the larger kits that you'll see there for $129, and then you'll see one for $164 right there. That's a Lowe's exclusive, by the way. That has a lot of the bits that you're gonna want, especially the ones that are double socket, like that kit right there. Now, there is a $99 kit, and that's the one that I am very interested in getting. It was right there in front of my face the whole time. Here it is, $99. Then again, for $69, you have this set here. It just doesn't have the hand or the hand driver unit. But I don't know which one to get. Either one of each, or do I get the Skil, or do I get the Kobalt? I'm very confused now. All right, it was hiding from me, guys. This is the Lowe's exclusive one right here. This has the pass-through sockets, the pass-through ratchet, and then it has your impact double sockets right there, and it's got the hand tool right there, or the hand driver. That is what I wanted. This is more expensive than the Kobalt, or more expensive than the Skil, but man, I've got to really make this decision. A few years back, these were all the rage, and actually the prices I think were higher than what these are. $69.98 was $79.98. This is for the 2-pack sawhorse with fixed legs that folds down to a small little kit like that. Look at that, and it's from Klein Tools, a great tool manufacturer. You could tell how much I like them, right? For $69.98, you have the Kobalt adjustable sawhorse right there, but this is only one. It could be heavier duty, I'm not sure. It looks bigger, it looks tougher. Now, $16.98 gets you the little Craftsman one right there, and it folds like that. Now, look at this. This is the PWRCORE XT on sale right now. This is on clearance according to this tag. $39.98 was $54.98, and there you go. That is a pretty decent sawhorse for the money. That's great for DIYers. Now, if you're in the Kobalt lineup, don't forgo some of these sales right here. $79 for the Kobalt 24-volt impact driver kit, or $79 for the 24-volt drill driver kit. And when we go a little bit this way, $49 for the Kobalt 24-volt dual port charger. They got a few of those there. $39 for the 24-volt 2-amp-hour starter kit. $39 was $69.98 for the Kobalt 24-volt lithium-ion 4-amp-hour battery, and then $19.98 for the Kobalt 24-volt lithium-ion 2-amp-hour battery pack. Now, $129 for that blower kit right there, pretty cool. $129 for the Dewalt 12-volt 20-volt max Bluetooth speaker, and they have one right there. It looks pretty small, by the way. $129 for the Dewalt 20-volt brushless sander. $129 for the Dewalt 20-volt stick vacuum bare tool. $129 for the 20-volt reciprocating saw. And 20-volt max 6.5-inch circular saw bare tool. $129. Not bad for Dewalt prices, I guess. What do you guys think? Now look, $99 for the 20-volt max 1/4-inch brushless impact driver, or $99 was $179 for the Dewalt 20-volt max 1/2-inch brushless drill. That's cool. I don't see many tool deals here. Oh wait, let's see that. $329 for the Dewalt 20-volt max XR brushless angle grinder. Is it here? Did you guys see it? Oh, there it is. Now, $129 limited time deal for the Dewalt 20-volt max variable speed cordless reciprocating saw. I know many of you have told me that you're not crazy about Dewalt bit sets, but for $29.98, you could get this 110-piece Dewalt bit set with tough grip technology. This is the black and gold one, and you know what? It's not bad. I know a few carpenters that use it. Since we're talking bit sets, here you have a deal for $19.98, was $24.98 for the Dewalt Tough Grip 55-piece drive bit set. Next to that, for $25.98, was $29.98, you have the Dewalt Elite 50-piece drive bit set. Next to that, you have the Dewalt 15-piece hex titanium drill bit set for $25.98. $24.98 was $29.98, the Dewalt Elite 14-piece Kobalt drill bit set. Next to that, we still got more Dewalt. Look at this, $10.98 was $14.98 for the Dewalt Tough Grip 35-piece driving bit set. $10.98 for the Dewalt 14-piece black and gold drill bit set. $15.98 for the Dewalt Elite 30-piece drive bit set. And for $15.98 was $19.98, you have the Dewalt 12-piece hex metal drill bit set. Now $149 was $169 for the Dewalt 20-volt max inflator bare tool. Now check this out, $15.98 for the Dewalt 10-piece wood metal reciprocating blade set right there was $19.98. Then you have the Dewalt 7¼ - 24-tooth saw blade for $9.98. You have the Dewalt 6½ - 24-tooth saw blade for $10.98. And next to that, you have the Dewalt Tough Grip 35-piece drive bit set for $10.98. They have all those saws and all this right here. I know I'm not showing it. I'm showing what the prices are because that's usually what we have to stick to here. $22.98 for the Dewalt 6-piece metric socket set, or $22.48 for the Dewalt 6-piece SAE socket set. Those are impact socket sets, so they demand that bit of a higher price. Now, I think I showed this on my last run at the store. $15.98 was $19.98 for the Dewalt Elite 30-piece drive bit set. And you have the Dewalt Elite lighted right angle attachment for $44.98, and that is pretty cool. I can't believe that they put an LED in that. Anybody that does right angle work is gonna love this right there, so make sure to put that on your list for gifts. We don't get to say this enough when we talk about Metabo, but we have a BOGO, a free dual volt battery, 36 volt or 18 volt, $159 value when you buy any of these items here. You could get your choice of the $329 finished nailer, 15 gauge or 16 gauge. They're both 2.5 inch. The $379 framing nailer, that is a 3.5 inch 21 degree framing nailer, or for $119 you could get the miter saw. This is a 10 inch 15 amp single bevel compound corded miter saw. BOGO. When we're talking about pass load, how often do we get to say that? You get a free pass load collided joist hanger nail 800 pack when you purchase one pass load 1.5 inch cordless metal connecting nailer. That is pretty cool. Now, I am not a carpenter, so there's a lot of stuff about nailers I don't know, but I do know that pass load is a preferred brand of many of the tradesmen that work with wood, guys. So here you go. That seems like a decent deal. You get some nails to start out with. Now, let's go ahead and look at another BOGO right here. For a limited time deal, free Metabo HBT multi-volt 2.5 amp hour battery when you purchase select Metabo HBT cordless framing or finishing nailer kits. That is awesome. Thing is that they're not displaying it. So what do they have here instead? They have the Kobalt one, which doesn't seem to have a deal going on with it. Now, we do see a deal right there for $99 on the Kobalt 24 volt cordless 3/8 inch tacker stapler. And for $149, you have the 16 gauge straight nailer. That seems like a deal. Now, they have the more expensive ones for you, the 30 degree, the 21 degree, but guys, I'm just gonna show them to you because, again, I'm not a framing guy. What do we have here? the $99 half-inch impact wrench tool only from Flex. Now, this unit can do up to 450 foot-pounds max torque. That is awesome. Now, it could go up to 2,700 RPM. Look at those stats that it has right there. Very cool tool. Now, it is a little bigger than the Kobalt, but it's also doing double the foot-pounds of torque. So that is pretty cool for the size that it is. Wow, everybody is really developing some really cool tools at these sizes. Now, this is 24 volt. I wonder how they would compete against the Milwaukee 12 volt ones and a head-to-head test. I would love to do those tests. A limited time deal, we have a free Craftsman V20 handheld leaf blower when you purchase the Craftsman V26 tool combo kit, batteries and charger included. This has got your drill, your impact, your light, your multi-tool, and your saw, and your reciprocating saw. Very cool little set to start out with for those DIYers, home gamers, guys that just need to do projects on the weekend. This is a great set for you. Now, you could look at Metabo, you could look at some of the other brands, maybe even Kobalt. I know that Craftsman has gotten kind of an ugly name with some of you guys in the comments, but for somebody starting out, do you guys think this wouldn't be a good set? Put it in the comments. Now, for those of you who are in the Craftsman V20 lineup, here you have a 4 amp hour battery deal for $59, was $119. Then you could also consider the Craftsman V20 2 amp hour battery 2-pack for $79, was $139, or the Craftsman V20 4 amp hour battery pack for $99, was $149. Now, check this out. $49 for the 2 amp hour battery V20 was $89, and next to that you have the 150 watt power inverter bare tool for $49, was $59, and for $49 you could get the V20 high pressure inflator bare tool. Notice that these prices are absolutely home gamer prices. Now, here we have the detail sander bare tool for $49, was $59. Next to that, you have the Craftsman hand vacuum bare tool, $39.98. Next to that, you have the V20 caulk gun bare tool, $49, was $69. Now, let's go around here really quick and see what else they have from Craftsman. $69 for the Craftsman V20 drill driver kit, or $69, was $99 for the Craftsman V20 impact driver kit. Next to that, for $9.98, your choice, the Craftsman 30-piece driver bit set or the Craftsman 14-piece gold oxide drill bit set. You guys using these drill bit sets? Put it in the comments. Let me know how you like them. All right, guys, I made up my mind. This is a Lowe's exclusive Klein Tools set right here, and I'm gonna get that with my 20% off and my $5 Lowe's bucks that I got from the bucket. Now, that's what I'm gonna get. Thanks for shopping with me. Let's get to the register and let's make this happen. I still gotta get dinner and I gotta watch the Bears game. All right, guys, so how much did I save? Check it out right there. I saved $32 because I got the 20% coupon off, and then I got the $5 Lowe's bucks. Now, unfortunately, where I'm spending my money, they have a 10% tax, which sucks. But look at that, still saved $32.60. I should have gone to a Lowe's out of this town and saved even more on the tax. That would have made it a better deal, but that'll be better for next time. See you in the next video, guys.